So, it looks like things might be looking up for Wendy Williams because she was just spotted out and about, and she was looking good. Things have been kind of messy for Wendy in the past couple of years, and it started with her husband, KevinHunter, and his boo thing Sharina. He was walking her and humiliating her. It got worse when she was diagnosed with dementia and placed under a conservatorship. She disappeared from the public after that, and there have been concerns from fans about her well-being, with the hashtag #Where'sWendyWilliams trending on social media. But it looks like there is an entirely different story going on here, especially when it comes to her ex, KevinHunter, and Sharina Hudson, who have been hiding for the past couple of months. Girl, this is a messy turn of events, but we need to break it down because there is a lot happening here. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of refreshing to see that Wendy is doing well, because the reports about her health and general well-being were not looking good earlier this year. Her team announced that she had been diagnosed with dementia, saying in 2023, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontal temporal dementia. Her symptoms, which combined impact her language, communication, behavior, and cognitive functions, have already presented significant hurdles in Wendy's life. This explained why the courts had put her under a conservatorship. She was deemed incapable of handling her own money. Wendy tried to fight this, but the courts upheld the decision and appointed her a guardian, Sharina Morrissey. Speaking of Sharina, there were some reports that she was not treating Wendy right. Now I'm going to let y'all know that there's no hard evidence to support that Sharina was mistreating Wendy. The rumors started because some people in Wendy's family accused Sharina of keeping Wendy away from them and not letting her see the family. The internet ran with that, and this led to rumors that Sharina was mistreating Wendy. Now, keeping Wendy away from her family isn't exactly the best look, but it doesn't mean that Sharina has been mistreating Wendy. Wendy's sister, Wanda Finney, claimed that the last time her family had seen her was in 2021, saying, when she was in Florida, there were a number of people involved, even beyond family. There were doctors involved, and people in Wendy's professional world were involved. She had a health team in place, nurses in place, and she had family in place. She was getting healthier. She also said, I don't think there is anyone Wendy needed more than her family. Separate the money part. All I want to know is that my sister is going to live, and that she's going to be healthy. The concern of the family has always been Wendy's health. Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, also discussed the extreme measures that Wendy's guardian took to keep her away from the family. Alex claimed that Wendy is required to call her family members from a blocked phone number, meaning they can't reach out directly to her. Alex also said, and I say this honestly, we went through birthdays, we went through holidays, we went through illness. There was a period when my grandfather was in the hospital. There was no way to contact her and let her know what was going on with her 93-year-old father. Fans gave Sharina the side-eye after that, and that was when the rumors started to go around about how she could possibly be mistreating Wendy, even though, again, there's no evidence that Sharina was doing so. Wendy's friend, Regina Shell, also seemed to believe the rumors because, in an interview, she talked about how Wendy is being treated by her guardian. Regina said, "This is a Britney Spears thing, only it's worse since it's not even Wendy's family who has control. At least with Britney Spears, it was her dad, it was her family. This is a woman who's not even family, and how does this guardian get all this standing?" Regina also said, initially, when I was staying with Wendy in the summertime, we were like triangulating. We were speaking to Sharina, but then she kind of disappeared. She also claimed that Wendy was being starved, and she barely got good food or even food at all. One time, she said Wendy would order food at like 7:30 in the morning, and breakfast wouldn't come till 11:30, and by that time, she's ready for lunch. When I went back to Los Angeles, I would have to send her food from Los Angeles to New York from a delivery service because she wasn't getting the communication, wasn't there, and she had no other access to money other than this guardian. The situation was shady at best, and it was more concerning because Wendy pretty much disappeared from public view, and fans were super concerned. Well, it looks like Wendy has been making the most of her time away from the public because she was recently spotted again in public with her son, KevinHunter Jr., and she looks better than we could have expected. She was spotted in a holistic wellness store in New Jersey, and she took pictures with the store owner, as did her son. Wendy seems to be feeling better because she certainly looks better. That's for sure. Even better, the store owner reported that she was in good spirits. According to TMZ, the guy who runs the place told reporters that Wendy was alert, aware, sharp, upbeat, and bubbly during the visit. TMZ went on to reveal that Wendy was reportedly in the market for products to help her with brain fog, mental clarity, stress, and circulation, and the store is hoping she comes back soon for more products tailored to her. It looks like she is gradually coming out of hiding, which is relieving to see, and I can't wait to see her get even better. And speaking of hiding, fans can't help but wonder when her ex, KevinHunter, and his boo thang Sharina Hudson are going to come out of hiding. Last we heard of those two, rumors were going around on the streets that Sharina had dumped him and had moved back in with her mom. Again, there's no solid evidence of this, but a blind item also claimed that Sharina and Kevin broke up because of money, saying, "Somewhere out there, a talk show host is having a great laugh. Her serial cheating. Serial stealing ex broke up with his mistress. She was spending too much of his ill-gotten gains. I'm not saying that this is true, but if it is, it's not all that surprising because there were speculations that Sharina was just with him for the money. Well, Wendy's money, really." After Wendy divorced Kevin, she continued paying him alimony, but that changed last year or so when the alimony stopped. Kevin quickly went broke, and when the rumors about Sharina dumping him went viral, people assumed that it was because the money had run dry. Well, while we can't say that these two are no longer together, we can say that they seem to be hiding. Sharina has gone private on Instagram, and Kevin seems to have deleted his Instagram completely. It's going to be interesting to see how they'll try to rebrand when they eventually decide to come out of hiding and face the world. Fans commented, "I'm so glad Wendy Williams is still out in the world, enjoying her life despite her health issues and money drama. Auntie is looking good, hope she knows we miss her so much. I really hope she's okay and feels better. Knew her back for television. Good night to everyone except Sharina Hudson, you raggedy BH. We wish you nothing but the worst and double F KevinHunter's evil butt too. Neither one of why all will ever see heaven's gates." Wendy Williams' ex-husband, KevinHunter, and his mistress, Sharina Hudson, only got to live off her alimony payments for 3 years. He lost his $1 million home in Florida, and he owed $20K to his credit card. He's broke. This is an interesting situation, but y'all let me know how I all feel about this in the comments, and then check out this next video.
Make a lot of people upset, but then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here. And I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. A black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You understand? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an act toll. Some of these cats out here get paid for their act toll. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years.
Having such a hard time. He ain't doing different. He lined up D Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Shout out D Haven. He actually hit us up wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
We need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with her.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book, Bling, and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere, which is where people like me step in. Right, I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce. And I say that, women do have a...
That country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap
credit.
music with goddamn a host of classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that hell. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene nice, but it has a ring to it. Stand by your man, yeah. Whoops and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
this. Who was actually carrying his baby while you was faking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you and put it in everybody else? Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
And half of which dumbass bitch.
So, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
I know nobody want to accept that bitch bitch.
think she's.
She went and killed the girl Cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme